Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is WowBiz Nebraska, and I'm Lynn Hinderaker, and it's brought to you by a consulting firm here in the Omaha area, although we work all over the country, and that is Growth Dynamix, and that's D-Y-N-A-M-I-X, growthdynamix.org. Now, Growth Dynamix is an unusual company. They certainly are a consulting firm, but they've separated themselves from all the very smart consultants that you know out there or have heard of before, because they are whole brain. I want to talk about this very briefly with you, and I'm going to use McKinsey or Accenture. These are world-class consulting firms. Everybody knows about that. But for years and years, those people were really good. They'd send smart MBAs out in the field, and they'd work their butts off, and they'd come back and they'd say, I found the problem with the client, right? I found the issue. So a good consulting firm in the past was a company that could analyze and find the problem, right? But it was very interesting. They weren't getting any more business from that client. Then the client would go off and hire an ad agency, a creative firm, because those were the people who could create the solution.
Ah, okay. Who could implement something.
Yes, and come up with the idea. One type of company was good at uncovering the problem, but they actually had to go to a different industry and hire a different company to help them. Let's solve the problem now.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So that's a left brain thing and then a right brain thing once again, right? So Growth Dynamix is both, right? We are a company that can do precise analysis, predictive analytics, all the different things that add up to some kind of a sequential value proposition, whatever it is, supply side, whatever. But once we identify the problem, we're not done. We are the people that will come to the party and say, we're creative, we'll think out of the box, and we'll bring you 7 or 8 solutions in a week.
Wow.
That kind of thing, right? And so that makes it invaluable, really, for most companies who can't really afford. I mean, you know, guys said, well, I brought in these big shots and I dropped $40,000, and they actually did find the problem. That was great, but now I'm out of money.
Yeah, now what do we do?
Now what do we do?
Yeah.
And that won't happen with growthdynamix.org. So I'm very, very happy to bring that up and let people know that is a unique solution. Now, Accenture, by the way, I got to tell you, they are actually gobbling up some of the biggest ad agencies in the world.
Wow.
And weaving them in. They call it their interactive division or whatever. But really, it's just a bunch of creative, very sharp, creative people. And they sit around and say, well, send us the analysts, and we'll figure out the solution when they walk in the door, right? And but we've got it all in our head. It's kind of whole brain here and there. So anyway, check out growthdynamix.org and contact them through the website and ask them for a free audit or some kind of a discussion. Figure out whether they're right for you. Thank you.